Welcome back to Gear Shift Hub, the place where we bring you the latest, most detailed, and no-nonsense reviews of motorcycles from around the world. Whether it's high-performance sports bikes, rugged adventure machines, or laid-back cruisers, we cover them all so you get the complete picture before making your choice. And today, we're talking about one of the most beloved cruiser motorcycles in India, a bike that has carved a special place in the hearts of riders who want comfort, style, and affordability all in one package. This is the 2025 Bajaj Avenger, and in this detailed review, we're going to break down everything you need to know about this popular machine, from its design and features to its performance, comfort, price, and why it continues to stand strong in 2025. The Bajaj Avenger has always stood out in the crowd because it doesn't try to be something it's not. It isn't a sport bike, it isn't an adventure tourer, and it isn't a commuter in disguise. What it has always been is a proper cruiser, styled for comfort, designed to turn heads, and priced in such a way that it opens the doors of the cruiser lifestyle to riders who may not want to or cannot spend big money on machines from global brands. Since its launch years ago, the Avenger has built a reputation as the people's cruiser, and Bajaj has kept that legacy alive with the 2025 model. Looking at it from the front, the first thing you notice is the updated headlamp setup. Bajaj has finally moved the Avenger into the modern era with a full LED headlamp unit, integrated DRLs, and sharper detailing. This not only improves visibility at night but also makes the bike look more premium and contemporary. The front forks remain conventional telescopic units, but Bajaj has added stylish covers to give the bike a beefier stance. Moving along the side, the long wheelbase and low stance immediately tell you this is a bike built for cruising. The 2025 graphics have been refreshed, and Bajaj is offering new color schemes that make the Avenger stand out even more. On the Cruise 220 model, chrome accents highlight the bike's traditional cruiser DNA, while the Street 160 leans toward the more urban, matte-finished theme that appeals to younger riders. The Avenger's seating ergonomics remain one of its strongest selling points. At just 737 mm, the seat height is extremely accessible, making it one of the easiest bikes to ride regardless of your height. The seat itself has been reworked for 2025 with better cushioning and padding, ensuring more comfort on longer rides. The forward-set footpegs, combined with the wide handlebars, put the rider in a natural laid-back posture. Whether you're in city traffic or cruising down the highway, the riding position keeps fatigue to a minimum, and that's a major part of what makes the Avenger such a rider-friendly motorcycle. In terms of engines, Bajaj continues to offer two versions. The Avenger Street 160 gets a 160cc air-cooled, single-cylinder engine that produces about 15 horsepower and 13.7 Nm of torque. This engine is smooth, refined, and well-suited for city commutes and short highway trips. It delivers predictable throttle response and has enough torque to handle traffic without constant gear shifts. The Avenger Cruise 220, on the other hand, comes with a larger 220cc oil-cooled engine making about 19 horsepower and 17.5 Nm of torque. This version feels more relaxed at higher speeds, allowing for effortless cruising between 80 and 100 km per hour. Bajaj has worked on improving engine refinement in both versions, reducing vibrations at cruising speeds, and enhancing low-end torque delivery. The 5-speed gearbox remains smooth and precise, making it easy for both new and experienced riders to enjoy. Now, a cruiser is nothing without comfort, and the Avenger has always excelled here. The suspension setup consists of telescopic forks in the front and twin shock absorbers at the rear. Bajaj has fine-tuned this for the 2025 model to deliver a slightly softer and more forgiving ride. On Indian roads, where potholes and bumps are a daily reality, this makes a big difference. The Avenger handles rough roads with ease while still maintaining stability on highways. When it comes to braking, the Street 160 gets a front disc and a rear drum, while the Cruise 220 also uses a similar setup but with a larger front disc. Both models come with single-channel ABS as standard. While dual-channel ABS would have been a welcome addition, The system provided here is adequate for the performance and price point of these motorcycles. The feature set on the 2025 Avenger is modest but effective. The semi-digital instrument cluster combines an analog speedometer with a digital display showing fuel level, odometer, trip meters, and a clock. The Cruise 220 also gets a secondary tank-mounted display, which is a nice cruiser-style touch. The new LED lighting setup extends to the headlamp, tail lamp, and turn indicators, adding a premium feel and improving visibility. Bajaj has also worked on small design details like the switchgear, which now feels more solid, and the mirrors, which offer a wider field of view on the road. The Avenger is exactly what you expect it to be: easy to ride, comfortable, and stylish. The Street 160, being lighter and more nimble, feels at home in city traffic. It's agile enough for quick lane changes and compact enough to weave through congestion while still giving off that cruiser vibe. The Cruise 220, meanwhile, shines on open highways, where its more powerful engine and relaxed ergonomics make long rides enjoyable. Neither version is meant for aggressive cornering or racing, but when it comes to laid-back rides and relaxed cruising, both models deliver beautifully. Fuel economy is another area where the Avenger scores well. The Street 160 returns an impressive 45 to 48 kilometers per liter under normal riding conditions, making it both stylish and economical for everyday commuting. The Cruise 220, being larger, delivers around 38 to 42 kilometers per liter, which is still respectable given its cruising capabilities. Combined with Bajaj's strong service network, low maintenance costs, and affordable spare parts, the Avenger is an easy bike to own over the long term. The 2025 Bajaj Avenger Street 160 is priced at around 1.3 lakh rupees ex-showroom, while the Cruise 220 comes in at about 1.55 lakh rupees ex-showroom. At these prices, the Avenger remains one of the most affordable ways to own a cruiser motorcycle in India. When you compare this with other cruiser-style motorcycles like the Royal Enfield Meteor 350 or even the Suzuki Intruder, the Avenger continues to hold its ground as a budget-friendly alternative. The Meteor, for example, offers more power and features but comes at a significantly higher cost. The Avenger, meanwhile, offers the essence of cruising at a price point that makes it accessible to a much wider audience. The unique selling points of the 2025 Avenger are clear. First, its timeless design that blends classic cruiser lines with modern updates ensures that it appeals to both young and older riders. Second, the comfort and ergonomics make it one of the easiest bikes to ride daily as well as on weekend trips. Third, the affordability factor means you don't have to break the bank to experience the cruiser lifestyle. And finally, the choice between the Street 160 and the Cruise 220 gives riders flexibility depending on whether they prioritize city commuting or highway cruising. In the end, the 2025 Bajaj Avenger isn't about high performance, cutting-edge technology, or aggressive styling. It's about offering a relaxed, comfortable, and stylish riding experience that makes you want to take the long way home. It's about opening the doors to the cruiser world for riders who may not have the budget for bigger machines. And it's about keeping alive the simple joy of riding with the wind in your face, without unnecessary complications. That's why the Avenger has lasted this long, and that's why the 2025 model still deserves your attention. So, if you're in the market for a motorcycle that balances affordability, comfort, and style, the 2025 Bajaj Avenger is definitely worth considering. Whether you pick the Street 160 for its urban practicality or the Cruise 220 for its highway ability, you'll be getting a machine that has stood the test of time and continues to deliver on its promise of being the people's cruiser.